Good morning. I am back. It has been 3 weeks since I made a video, and so I am feeling good about being back on YouTube. I'm excited to get this fresh start to my savings and to kind of talk a little bit about where I am and how I got there. So, if you're at all interested, stick around. So, where am I? I am at the point now where today it was supposed to be a sinking fund Sunday where I was taking the money from my Stuff That Challenge, my games and minis that I had completed and putting them into my sinking funds. However, I today am going to be doing a total reset of my sinking funds, my mini savings challenges, and my games. And the reason that I'm having to do that is because 3 weeks ago, on the day of my last Savings Challenge Sunday video, my older son, the one that moved out and that we got the car last year, called me and he says, "Hey mom, I'm at the emergency room and I thought they were going to let me go, but they're going to keep me." So he had noticed that his body just wasn't feeling right. He was just kind of feeling sluggish and he just really didn't know why. He got to the hospital. They did just a regular CBC and they noticed that his hemoglobin levels were really, really low. And they suspected that he had some type of bleeding internally. And so he was losing quite a bit of blood, and we not to get too graphic, but he for the next 10 days he was in the hospital with them trying to figure out what was going on with him. He was losing blood. When he lost blood, he became lightheaded, and at some points he lost consciousness for upwards of an hour. So it was a pretty scary experience for us. But my son works a job where he is not salaried, he's out hourly. And so, because he was off work for that 3 weeks, um, he needed help with his bills because when you're not working, you don't get paid. As a teacher, I'm salaried, I work, I have certain amount of time off. So when I don't work, still get paid. But, he needed some help, and I feel like my role as parent is to, if I am able to be able to step in and help where I can. So I immediately, honestly, having someone in the hospital for that long is also expensive. So, eating out or getting food, getting gas, going back and forth to the hospital, eating while you're there, getting little odds and ends that he needed, and also making sure that my household is still maintained. It was an experience, an expensive experience. So that, coupled with the fact that all of my bills were due on the first, all of his bills were due on the first. And so am going to reset my savings. I am just thankful. First of all, I'm thankful that he is well. The doctors discovered what was going on. He was able to get a procedure done and got that repaired, and then was able to, within a couple days of the procedure, go home. And he actually started back to work yesterday. So, um, but starting off on life, he doesn't have a lot of savings, but I am thankful, secondly, that I had my sinking funds and I had my emergency money, and I was able to, without even going into my emergency money or even totally depleting my sinking funds, I was able to help him get over this hump and be able to move into this month with a peace of mind knowing that his bills are paid. And I don't know if you've been around, my philosophy on money and loaning. I don't loan people money that I expect to get back. So I don't want him to have to feel like I got to pay this money back to this person. So, I, he knows that this money was given to him. I'm not expecting it back. What I want him to do is move forward in life. And so that's where we are. So what I have done after spending all of that, and I spent the last few days kind of deciding how I wanted to move forward. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. How I wanted to move forward with my savings, and I've been wanting to do kind of a reset and change up some things. And so what I've done, I know a couple of things. Number one, I know that I'm going to sneeze. That's not what I know. Number one, I know that I got to start generating some income if I want to rebuild my sinking funds. And so what I had left over was about $1,300. And so what I did was I took $540 of it, and I bought, as crazy as it sounds, I bought a cotton candy machine and a generator. We have a weekly like marketplace festival kind of thing in our little town, and it draws lots and lots of people. And one thing that I've noticed is that there's food, there's drinks, there's restaurants and things like that that's open, but there's not like little quick things that you can just pick up and enjoy with the kids while you're walking. And so at our school festivals and all of that at our school, I always help to run the cotton candy machine. And there's always a huge line. And I thought, you know what? I could make quite a bit of money, selling at these little festivals and farmers markets and all of that if I had a cotton candy machine and a generator. So that's what I bought. I got myself a cotton candy machine. I got a generator, and that plus the food handler certification that is sometimes required all came to about $540. So $675 was left in my sinking funds. I left enough in each of the sinking fund accounts to keep them open, but I moved the remainder of that money into my credit union into my high yield savings account. So today I am going to empty all of my pockets. I am going to empty my minis and start fresh. I am going to empty my games and start fresh, and just everything is going to be brand new and fresh. Some of these things I needed to take out anyway. So like my birthday has already passed, and I had not taken the money out yet for that. So the other thing that I wanted to share, because I'm not going to sit here and do this on camera, but I did want to share some changes that I made in my binders. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I keep sniffing. I have been wanting to change up the way that I do my binders anyway, because for some of my binders, the money goes in and out. For some, like this, I would be saving for a goal, $300. And this is fine because money's not going in and out. It's just building, even though it's coming out right now. So these are fine. But what I've been seeing is that for others, where the money goes in and out quite a bit, these little coloring things are not enough. So what I made was a longer ledger sheet, so that, if I want to stick the little coloring thing in there, great. But this is giving me more room to record and to be able to record the money going out more easily versus on something like this that's, that I just color. So, oh wait, car registration. This is the one area that I was not taking the money out because car tags are coming out really fast. So some of these things I had to make some decisions and say, yeah, I'm just going to not take the money out of that. What really hurts is that I had to take the money out of my holidays and vacation binders. So that's the main reason that I thought I got to get some more income going. Got to generate some income because, I mean, the holidays are coming up. Christmas holidays will be here before you know it. And I, at this point, will have no savings for that. Celebrations. Spring break. I'll tell you, I had $250 saved up for spring break. I spent maybe $80. We didn't do much of anything. We slept. And Mother's Day, I'm going to go ahead and take this out because we have already, some of these things have already happened and we've already made our purchase for Mother's Day. I already made my purchase for Father's Day. So these things, so for example, this is the binder that really, these little sheets are going to really help with this because the money is constantly going in and out. So like with spring break, well, no. So like with summer, that was the main reason that made me think about that. So with summer, during the summer, this money's going to go in and out. And, you know, I'll add money or I'll take it out. And so it's not necessarily $375 and then stop saving. It's something that I would like to continually add to. So I'm excited to be able to get some, to be able to fresh start these and update these folders and decide which ones I'm going to, like this one, I probably won't put a sheet like this in because when it's time to take the money out, I'll just take the money out because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do like I did last Christmas and just give everybody money. It was nice and the smiles were amazing. And I said I wasn't going to do this on camera, but yet here I am. Fully funded some of these. So sad. But, you know, I'm thankful that the money was here. And I was able to help him pay his bills and get this stuff done with, you know, without worrying. And I know someone said to me, oh my gosh, is he gonna have to take out a payday loan or something? I was like, geez, no. And you know, I would have just completely emptied my accounts before I let him do that. So I was just glad that the money was here, that I was able to do that. But one thing that I did learn, y'all, you know, these young people, and I know there are some young people who are very fiscally minded. And so, you know, don't come for me if you're one of those people, because if you're one of those people, I am so proud of you for being this way. But my kid is not one of those people that thinks ahead like that. You know, he's just like, hey, we made it through. We got all our bills paid. Now let's go have some fun. And we'll get paid again in 2 weeks. And, you know, we start again. So I am going to start a little binder for him. And, you know, and I told him, I said, the reason that I was able to do this is because I put money aside. Every month I put a little bit of money aside with things like this in mind. And so I'm going to make actually a month ahead binder for him. And I just told him, every time you get paid, you're going to send me your car payment, because he pays me and I pay the car payments all together. So he's going to start giving me a little extra when he pays his car payment. And then I am going to take that money and put it in a month ahead binder for him, so that if things like this happen again, it's not going to deplete me and it's not going to deplete him. So, sorry, hit the camera again. All right. Last one. Oh, some of these, it really hurts to take the money out of when I'm thinking about those goals that I've been working towards. But like I said, I'm thankful that I had it. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to go through my minis in a little while and take the money out of that. And then next time, I probably will not do a mini mania this week, because there's just no money to mini mania with. But I will be doing another Savings Challenge Sunday. Next week, I have a couple of new games, and then, next week, everything will be new. So I will be recording that and getting back on track starting next week. And it'll just be taking baby steps, one step at a time, and getting back to where I want to be with my savings. But I'll have to say, once again, I am so thankful that I made this mindset shift to being more frugal and more savings minded than I had been, because not having this money and not being able to help him would have made me feel so bad. It just made me feel good to know that the money was there to be, when he was in the hospital and worried about missing work, to be able to tell him, don't worry about it. Your bills will be paid. I knew that the money was there, and that's what it's here for. And I'm so thankful that I was able to do that for him. So getting back on track is where I am now. I am excited. Next Saturday, our cotton candy machine should be delivered. The generator gets here today, so that's exciting. And I'm just looking forward to rebuilding and on to bigger and better things. So with that said, guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me, for listening to me ramble. This is giving me a chance to rethink how my recording schedule and some things I wanted to do with recording and as far as this YouTube channel goes. And so I am excited, moving forward and looking forward to some fresh ideas and some fresh challenges here on this channel, as well as in life, in my personal life. So I hope that there will not be a video on Wednesday. Like I said, I'm going to reset the minis, and but I hope you will join me next Sunday as I get started in building my sinking funds and building my games and just restarting and getting a fresh start. Hey, isn't that what this Easter season is all about? Being, fresh and new and restarting things. So it's pretty much, fitting that that's the season that I am in. So with that said, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Enjoy the eclipse tomorrow. If you are in an area like we are, to be in totality, hopefully the weather holds up. And if you are not, I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you back next week. Goodbye.